Hi guys, we're going by a scrapyard here down in Florida. This is in Starke, Florida. You can see the name of the business there. Guide Metal Recycling. Got phone numbers there. Check it out. But we're just going to jump inside there to show you. It looked like they had some old cars, so we'll jump in there. It's right along the highway here, so bear with us with the noise. And we'll just show a few of these here. See, they got an old Saab up on the signpost over there. It's kind of cool. A couple old tractors there. This looks like a Dodge Meadowbrook, maybe a 52 or so, 4-door. Still got the little stainless steel vent things on the windows. These are mostly donor cars, parts cars. But if you need any parts and pieces and you're in this area, you can come check them out, because this is a scrapyard, so it looks like they kind of set aside the older stuff. There's a Falcon 4-door there. Looks like they got motor, trans, something marked on the windshield there. Got a 55 Chevy 4-door sedan. Looks like we got a lot of people coming in here dropping scrap off. This is a pretty busy place. The old Mercedes here, that's kind of cool. Not sure what year that is. Somebody could tell us in the video maybe. Somebody's into Mercedes. Still got a lot of parts and pieces on it. It's a nice Ford pickup. One of their customers is driving in there. A nice clean Ford pickup. Look at this Chrysler here too. That's kind of wild. Seeing one of those in the scrapyard, a convertible. Seems like that would make somebody a good fixer-upper right there. Looks like these, I don't know if the top goes into the trunk. I haven't seen one operate, but that whole trunk lid looks like it lifts up and the top must go into it. The Ranchero up here on the lift. Ford Ranchero there. Well, here's a scale that you can drive in. There's a nice scale set up, drive in. It's got a digital readout up there. Kind of wish we had one of these out our way. I got a lot of scrap metal I'd like to get rid of, but we got to drive about 2 hours, so then it's kind of sketchy places to go to. This one's got it all right there. You can read the weight yourself and everything. Look at the old American LaFrance. I don't know if it's an old fire truck, but then it was converted to moving vaults or something, I guess. I don't know what that back end is. You see they got some more modern. Look at the PT Cruiser over there. I got several in the crusher over that way. We'll check these cars out over here. Well, they got all kinds of pickup trucks here. F-250. More modern stuff. F-150. Here's a little Nissan. That's an older one. That's got a good solid body on it. Those are pretty collectible now. And looks like maybe a GMC. Look at the little salamander or whatever he is. Little lizard of some sort. There's a pretty rusty long box GMC. Now you can see dust and smoke coming up over there. You can hear them torching all kinds of stuff over there. They got a big torch going. Look at the old Fiat tractor. All kinds of different lawnmowers if you need parts and pieces for those. There's a Dodge Dakota. 4-door cab on it, crew cab. Ford Explorer. Got a little Ram 1500 here. Look at this, even a Mercedes. That's something you only see in Florida. Something like that sitting in a scrapyard. Makes you wonder the story with that one, huh? That was an expensive car in its day. Not that old, really. This one's a, let's see, is it a Buick? Yep. That one's a Buick. Had a 455. It says on the fender there, but somebody grabbed the motor. Might be a good derby car for somebody, not sure. Let's see what this one is. It looks like a Chrysler. Big old Chrysler, another derby special right there, Imperial. LeBaron. Expensive car back in its time right there. There's another thing you don't expect to see in a scrapyard right there. Like I say, you're only in Florida. It's amazing what they'll scrap out down here. Or just let go to seed and then get to the point where they're going to scrap it out. Anyway, this place, you sign a waiver, they'll let you walk around. You got to wear some hard-toed shoes. But they're pretty free with letting people come in. It's a you-pull-it yard, so you can come in and pull your own pieces and parts. Another Mustang right there. It's been all pulled apart. Makes you wonder if those cars disappeared on somebody or how they ended up in a scrapyard. Seems like something I'd want to keep in good condition, keep using it. They're not really that rusty, they just got in here somehow. Here's another Dakota. That one's a single cab there. And you can see there's some miscellaneous. There's an S10. Those are popular for using the frames and stuff for other things. F-150 here. Here's a Dodge extended cab, like a 2000 or so, somewhere in there. Another F-150 back in there. Anyway, we do about anything automotive. We're not really into this newer stuff, but some people are, so we'll check them out for you. There's a Volvo wagon. That's another one that's not ridiculously old, but cost a bunch of money when it was new. There it is. Here's another S10 right here. There's a crew cab, Ford cab back here. That might be interesting to somebody. It's an old DOT or contracting truck, I guess. Doesn't look very rusty. There's a Chevy pickup. An old semi on the other side. Sleeper cab. So like I said, this is east of Gainesville, a ways in Starke, Florida. That's not a bad one right there, four-wheel drive. Chevy. Another one here. Short box, extra cabs. Got a truck chassis here of some sort. Look at the Chrysler Sebring. Seems like some of this stuff would be worth setting aside. That one, somebody shoved it off a trailer or something, rammed it right into the rear end of that frame. Seems like some of that stuff would be worthwhile to hang on to, but I don't know. Maybe nobody's gonna want it. Little motorhome there. Sometimes these still have the, yeah, this one's got the motor and tranny still in it. Could be a 440 or something. It's got the, notice it's got the little shifter on the dash, so it's Mopar. So it could be a 440 in there. If it is, it'd be a sought after engine for somebody. A lot of those motorhomes have low miles on them. Well, you can see they've got a few more trucks back here. There's another Ford back there. It says Gainesville on the door. Diesel Depot, that's kind of a cool truck. Probably a Power Stroke or maybe an IDI 7.3. You can see they're busy crushing stuff. They're taking stuff off trailers over there. You can see them torching like crazy over there. One guy's just all day long with the torch. The other guy's all day long with the grapple there, grabbing scrap metal off. So people come in over the scale right over here. Show you one more time and then we'll go look at some more vehicles. See, they come in over the scale and zing around here. And first they get weighed up, and then they go over there. Then over on the far side is the office where they get paid. We'll go check out some more vehicles, see if there's any more older ones here. There's the front of that Chrysler, and you can see it's somebody shoved it right over the top of that stabilizer arm for this excavator. There's the old scrap grapple here. There's a Freestyle. Got a few guys drive those out our way. That one's left to its own demise. So anyway, that's about what there is here. It's not our normal kind of stop, but just figured we were driving by, so we'd check it out for you guys. There are a few older things here. You never know what you'll find, so you make an effort. There's a pretty solid old Ford right here, F-250. Look how good the box is though. Good solid cab. There's some doors on it, so these are getting kind of popular. Bullnose Fords, they call them. So anyway, if you enjoy this kind of video, please subscribe, give us thumbs up, give us good comments. All those things really help. We'll catch you on the next round.